Live from Fargo and serving you on TV, online, and on the go. This is Valley News Live at 5:30.
Take a look at this accident on I-94. It's causing traffic to be backed up all the way to 45th Street. 3 cars were involved in the crash on I-94 east of 45th Street. Emergency crews are delayed getting to the scene because of the backed up traffic. We have a reporter headed to the scene right now. Stick with Valley News Live for this developing story. We have some breaking news this evening as the Norman County Sheriff's Office investigates an apparent murder-suicide in Gary, Minnesota. Authorities say it happened yesterday around 5 p.m. when police received a call of a possible suicide. When officers arrived, they found 62-year-old Dwayne Carl Strudd, along with his wife, 61-year-old Rebecca, and the family pet dead. Officials say Dwayne and his wife died from gunshot wounds described as a homicide-suicide. The couple is being taken to Grand Forks for an autopsy. Panhandlers tied up both Fargo and West Fargo officers for a total of 4 times yesterday, a number they say is higher than usual. One of those incidents included children out on the street asking for money. This prompted Valley News Team's crime and safety reporter Bailey Hurley to talk with police as well as people in the community on what to do if you see a panhandler.
Police say a day of dealing with panhandlers started here yesterday afternoon after a man blocked the doors to both the Hodo and Your Day Bridal Salon, demanding money from customers trying to walk in the door. Neither business wanted to talk with me on camera, but several shop owners tell me dealing with panhandlers is unfortunately a regular occurrence they wish would stop. Next came a call near Target, with another for a report of kids asking for money outside the 52nd Avenue Walmart. Fargo police say this is a call they almost never see or hear of, saying it's concerning, especially because we found them out in the same spot again today. And police say a call of another family outside Costco came just before 8 last night. Fargo police tell me they don't consider panhandlers a problem in the metro, saying they rarely ever see assaults or aggressive behavior. We asked on our Facebook page what you do when coming across panhandlers, with 93% saying they simply just drive away. And Fargo police say that's the best thing you can do, saying giving out money only encourages them to be out and could create a problem. In Fargo, Bailey Hurley, Valley News Live.
Fargo police add that panhandling in the city is allowed as long as it doesn't interfere with traffic or get aggressive. However, they say downtown is a strict panhandle-free zone, and if caught, they could face a $50 fine, and if the person was aggressive, they could be put in jail for a $500 bond. A cool and calm day so far, but is it here to stay? Let's send it over to our meteorologist, Nathan Hopper, for a check of our weather. Nathan?
Yeah, Kelly, it was a pretty nice day, a sunny day across Fargo, Moorhead. We are seeing some clouds building into our western counties, and of course watching the traffic incident on I-94 West very closely. We can even see traffic now being backed up on 29 southbound, just because that reduction to 1 lane there with that 3-car crash. But it looks like a tow truck is on the scene at this time. So, of course, we'll watch that very carefully for you through the next hour. And you can see those clouds working into those western counties, areas near Devil's Lake, Jamestown, Ellendale, seeing some increasing clouds. And we can see on the big picture those clouds are moving through central North Dakota. This is all associated with a slow-moving low-pressure system and a disorganized low-pressure system as well. So this is going to be what we're watching to bring the possibility of some showers to a few locations for our Labor Day weekend. Temperatures well below average in the upper 60s and lower 70s. But of course, the big story, it is Friday, Kelly, so we're watching that Labor Day forecast very carefully for you. We'll break down all the things you need to know if you're planning an outing this weekend, coming up in just a couple minutes.
All right, thank you for that, Nathan. Bemidji police are asking for your help in finding 3 missing teenagers in the first post from the department's Facebook page. They say 17-year-old Sean Bellinger is missing. He was last seen leaving the Evergreen Youth House around 8 last night. Officials say he left voluntarily. About 2 hours later, they said 2 other teenagers were also missing, that 16-year-old Therese Desjardins and 17-year-old Evan Graves. These 2 were last seen Thursday night. It's also believed they left on their own terms. If you have any information on the missing teens, you're encouraged to call the Bemidji Police Department at the number on your screen right now. Emergency crews responded to a construction truck on fire in the West Acres parking lot. Officials say it happened around noon when a tar truck got too hot and went up in flames. Fargo Fire responded within 5 minutes to get the situation under control.
Oh, they're all having kind of fun with it, you know. It's because we all know stuff happens on construction sites, you know.
Totally.
Thank God, you know, nobody really got hurt, so it was all good. So.
Yeah.
The truck will be able to be used again. It wasn't completely ruined. No injuries have been reported. We have a traffic alert for you this afternoon. One block of Highway 10 in Moorhead will be closed for about a week for utility work. Eastbound Highway 10 between 7th Street and Highway 75 or 8th Street will close on Tuesday, September 3rd, until work is done on the 11th. Traffic heading eastbound on Highway 10 will be detoured to 5th Street North and Center Avenue, as always. Drivers are urged to slow down in these work zones. Sexually transmitted diseases are at an all-time high, according to the North Dakota Department of Health. The DOH is advising people to get tested regularly and to be proactive about their health. State experts say if you don't know if you have an STD, it could spread to other people. From 2017 to 2018, there's been a dramatic increase for gonorrhea, and the trend is continuing in 2019. Syphilis is also being found in more people. It can also be transmitted to infants, known as congenital syphilis. A local animal shelter is caring for 31 cats after they were rescued from a hot van back in July. You're looking at some of those cats rescued right now. The shelter says they can finally treat the cats, as many have heart issues, which could be from repeated heat exposure to high heat conditions the cats lived in.
It is such a huge relief, the frustration that we all felt seeing them matted, knowing that we had cardiac conditions, knowing that some of them were very, very thin. So we didn't really know what was going on, and we couldn't pursue evaluations until they were legally ours.
The shelter asks for patience while all cats are assessed and nursed back to health. They hope to put them up for adoption in the near future, but for now would appreciate donations. You can find the link to donate by heading to our website and clicking on this story. After many delays, the Fargo National Cemetery will finally have its opening ceremony next week. The cemetery was originally set to open in 2018. Then it was pushed back to this spring or summer. Now, Jason Hicks, the commander of United Patriotic Bodies, tells us it's opening earlier than they thought, and they're scrambling to get everything in order in time.
2 friends of mine from the Army are waiting to be buried up there. And so it'll be nice just to get it started. And I imagine when they open initially, it'll be very hectic for our color guard people because we'll have them back to back. And then eventually it'll slow down somewhat for us.
The opening ceremony is next Saturday, September 7th at 11 a.m. Hicks tells us they're working to form a nonprofit to keep funeral ceremonies running in the future, and they'll be seeking donations once that's up and running. The sandwich shop Pita Pit has closed its doors on 13th Avenue South, right across the street from Walmart in South Fargo. A handwritten note taped to the window says the restaurant chain has closed. We have not been informed of any business intending to take its place at this time. The wait is almost over for NDSU Bison football fans who are anxious for another start for a national championship. The team and thousands of their fans begin the season on the road, and they're in the Twin Cities, where NDSU plays Butler at Target Field. Valley News Team's Mike Morgan is in Minneapolis and joins us live. Mike?
Hello, Callie, and hello to everybody back in the Red River Valley. We're in downtown Minneapolis, a place called the Depot, and we've actually ran into quite a few NDSU Bison fans, some even flown in from Phoenix, isn't that right?
Right.
Where they have a watch party there?
In Mesa, Arizona, we have a watch party called JJ Madison's.
Okay, but you're here to watch the game tomorrow, right? Live, yeah. And we're here for the Pep Fest that gets underway in about 25 minutes. The doors to that arena haven't opened yet, but the doors here to the NDSU swag room has opened up, and you can see plenty of people that have come on in, and they're trying to find themselves something to bring home. This is just one of the places where a lot of folks are gathering. As we make our way out to the other another one. I wanted to show you some of the work that's gone on to get the field all ready to go. You know, the game last Sunday with the Twins, as soon as that wrapped up, a crew of about 12 people went to work. They've been working for several days, and what they've done is turned that baseball field into a football field where the Bison and Bulldogs will be playing. Okay, now I want to tell you a little bit about the fact that there, I'm told, about 15,000 NDSU alumni in the Twin Cities area alone. So it's easy to think as to why they would want to bring a game like this to the Twin Cities, obviously to attract not only those folks, but the folks that always travel with the Bison. And this is a little beer garden scene where we're at, and people are mingling, chatting, getting reacquainted, and of course getting all fired up for tomorrow's big game at 3 o'clock. You know, I was telling you that there are a lot of NDSU alum. I'm told 90,000 worldwide, but I'm told that the majority of them are in North Dakota and Minnesota, which again underscores the fact that we've got so many fans here. Why not bring it to, if it isn't the Fargo Dome, how about the Target Field tomorrow? Speaking of the game, Beth Houle will be along just a little bit with more coverage set up of what was going to be a really good football game tomorrow. But for now, live from downtown Minneapolis, Mike Morkin, Valley News Live.
A reminder to join us tomorrow at 1:30 for the Farmers Union Insurance Bison football pregame show. We'll have a full 90-minute live show from Target Field, taking you up to kickoff between the Bison and Butler Bulldogs at 3 on the KVLY and KFYR Bison Football Network. And if you're one of the 35,000 ticket holders headed down for the Target Field for tomorrow's Bison game, there are some rules you need to know about getting through security. There are no backpacks, laptop bags, duffel bags, or hard-sided bags allowed in the ballpark. No firearms are allowed, even with valid conceal and carry permits. Also, no beach balls, boom boxes, fireworks, flasks, or hard-sided coolers. The only outside beverages permitted are sealed bottled water, 32 ounces or less, in soft-sided single juice or milk containers for children. Also, expect long lines as security checks everyone as they pass through the gates.